Roatan. Welcome to the Tripelers channel. Join us as we set off on a once-in-a-lifetime journey around the world. Over the next 133 days, we will visit 4 continents and make 55 stops across 27 countries. Welcome to Honduras, a Central American country of diverse landscapes, from mountains to Caribbean shores. With a population of around 11 million, a Spanish-speaking nation whose capital is Tegucigalpa, and using the Honduran lempira, the country also includes dozens of islands scattered in the Caribbean, known as the Bay Islands, offering a unique mix of jungle, sea, and tropical island vibes. Our ship arrived early in the morning at Roatan, a Honduran island we decided to explore by renting a car. At first, we couldn't quite figure out where to meet Hector from Dolphin Car Rental. We were waiting in the wrong spot, inside the terminal area, until one of the friendly taxi drivers pointed out that only taxis and vehicles designated for passengers with boarding cards are allowed inside the terminal parking lot. So, here's an important tip. If you're at the Mahogany Bay Cruise Terminal, remember that taxis are the only cars allowed inside. If you've booked tours with local operators or someone is waiting for you at the port, most of the time this actually means you need to walk up the hill and exit through the main gate where the security guards stand. You'll immediately recognize the place. It's full of people holding signs and folders, waiting for their groups. Roatan is very cruise ship oriented, so choose your attractions and timing wisely to avoid crowds arriving from 3 or 4 ships at once. We personally love exploring islands with a rental car. It gives us flexibility, comfort, and the fun of trying out different vehicles. This time we ended up with a spacious and comfortable Nissan Pathfinder. Luckily for us, a perfect choice for the kind of terrain we were about to face. What happened next? You'll find out soon. Our first stop of the day was the Mayak chocolate factory, which conveniently opens at 8 in the morning. When we arrived, there were no crowds yet, and the parking area right next to the entrance made everything easy. Inside, you'll find plenty of photo spots. Whether they're charming or a bit kitschy is up to you, but it's definitely a place that knows how to attract tourists. The educational value is moderate. You might catch a short tour explaining the basics of cacao processing and see how the chocolate bars are shaped, but there isn't a huge amount of information. After a 2-hour tour at the Lindt Museum in Zurich, we've become a little picky. Still, the shop offers delicious locally made chocolate in various flavors, handmade ice cream dipped in Mayak chocolate, cacao products like cocoa butter, and even cigars. The strongest point of the experience is definitely the abundance of photo-friendly setups and the genuinely high-quality chocolate. Smiling baristas serve coffee, hot chocolate, or iced chocolate drinks, all very tempting in the Roatan heat. One thing we want to highlight about Honduras: tips are expected. If you interact with a guide, someone takes a photo for you, or you order something at a cafe, it's good to have cash, preferably US dollars. Most places can't add tips to card payments. And don't expect bargain prices. Attractions here are tailored to tourists. To give you an idea, one chocolate-dipped popsicle was $6, a box of cigars $50, and cocoa butter $20. After enjoying our chocolate-fueled morning, we decided to follow Hector's recommendation and head deeper into the island. While we were on the road, here's a bit about Roatan, a place unlike any other. Roatan is the largest of the Bay Islands, floating in the Caribbean, a paradise of beaches, reefs, and jungle roads. Locals speak mostly English, a legacy from the island's days under British rule, but Spanish and other languages mix here too. The economy thrives on tourism and fishing, so expect dive centers, seafood stalls, and resorts. The official currency is the Honduran lempira, but US dollars are widely accepted, which makes it easier for travelers. Having rented a proper SUV proved to be a very good decision. The island's roads can get rough, but for us, fans of off-road driving, it was part of the fun. And then we arrived at the magical Gumbalimba Park. From the very entrance, we were welcomed by lush, tropical vegetation, beautifully maintained pathways, and a spacious parking area. The park is truly incredible. You won't see plants like these even in the best botanical gardens back home. We decided to take the full adventure package, the Zipline experience, and a guided tour through the park to meet the animals living here. A little nervous, we headed out to meet our instructors, Richard and Marvin, who explained the safety procedures, fitted us with harnesses, helmets, and gloves, and loaded us into a small shuttle to reach the starting point, which felt endlessly far away. We drove and drove and drove, long enough to start wondering, how far is this? And how high? It was our very first time on a zipline. When we finally arrived, we learned that the adventure isn't just one zipline, it's 17 platforms, each connected to a new line. With our hearts racing, we couldn't help but imagine what our parents would say if they saw where we had just taken their grandson. We silently thanked the universe that they weren't watching, and off we went. The first 3 lines were intimidating, but after that we got used to it, and suddenly it turned into pure fun. It's an unbelievable feeling to fly at that speed above palm trees, with macaws screeching nearby and the Caribbean Sea in the distance. At times you glide over roads, rooftops, and ponds, so there's never a dull moment. The whole adventure lasts about 40 minutes, and we highly recommend it. If you have a GoPro, mount it to your helmet using a strap and safety tether we left ours on the ship, and trust us, we regretted it. Fortunately, our instructors offered to take our camera for a few of the runs, so instead of footage featuring nothing but a glove in the middle of the frame, we now have an amazing souvenir from the ride. As for clothing, jeans are your best friend. They make sitting in the harness much more comfortable during the zip lines, and you'll definitely feel the difference. Thanks to Richard's and Marvin's support, the zipline adventure quickly turned from pure nerves into pure enjoyment. Between the platforms, we even spotted a black iguana. And at one point, my husband decided to seek some extra adrenaline by getting a little too close to the macaws, which he almost paid for with a well-deserved pecking. We were having so much fun that we didn't want the adventure to end, but luckily the final platform is right by the beach, so we decided to cool down our excitement and our bodies by the water. We highly recommend this experience, and we're truly grateful to our patient instructors for making it unforgettable. In the price of the entrance ticket, you get access to restrooms, the beach, and the sunbeds that are already there. For most of the time, we had the place almost entirely to ourselves. And although many people recommended West Bay Beach, we imagined all the tourists from the other cruise ships gathering there, so we decided to stay right where we were. After a while, a lovely Italian couple living in Austria joined us on the beach. They have a lot of experience sailing on cruise ships and quickly became a treasure trove of knowledge about what traveling with each of the major cruise lines really looks like. We also learned a lot about the island from Tony, a British local we met on the beach and the owner of the most adorable dog under the Caribbean Sunday. He showed us how to play with a coconut and how to properly relax in the Caribbean Sea. A few tips from Tony. If you are looking for a good restaurant, it is worth visiting Sea Salt Fine Dining Beach Bistro, as well as the nearby rum distillery. We truly felt lucky to meet such wonderful Europeans on a beach in Honduras. Greetings from us. Before the tour, we decided to refill our calories at a local restaurant called Oasis. Besides the standard chicken combo that we test in every country, we ordered an ice-cold smoothie made from local bananas, mango, and coconut. Capac, the national tree of Honduras, is one of the true giants of Central America. The oldest trees are over 1,000 years old and can grow as tall as a 30-story apartment building. For the Maya, the capac was a sacred tree of spirits, connecting the underworld, the human world, and the realm of the gods. When it blooms, it produces soft cotton balls. It doesn't absorb water, is naturally fire-resistant, and for centuries was used for pillows, mattresses, and life vests. The flowers smell like fresh fish, attracting the bats that pollinate the tree. Young capacs are covered in sharp spines that protect them from animals, and as the tree grows older, many of those spines slowly fade. Then Jay Sean showed us the largest bamboo tree I've ever seen. Bamboo is actually one of the hardest, strongest natural materials in the world. We also tried to catch an island rabbit, which isn't a rabbit at all. It's an agouti, a shy little rodent native to Central America. Agoutis can run incredibly fast. They communicate with quiet squeaks, and they often bury food the same way squirrels do. They also play an important role in the forest by spreading seeds from fallen fruit. We also had the chance to see how our beloved mango fruits grow not on supermarket shelves, but on tall trees. After that, we finally saw what cinnamon looks like in real life. Not the powder or the rolled bark we buy in stores, but the actual tree. It smells absolutely incredible, and it's such a unique experience to see cinnamon growing naturally instead of sitting on a supermarket shelf. Green iguanas on Roatan are calm, gentle, and almost entirely vegetarian. They can grow up to 2 meters long, including the tail, and live around 15-20 years, sometimes longer in the wild. They love spending time high in the trees, and when they feel threatened, they can leap into the water from several meters up and swim incredibly well. Black iguanas, on the other hand, are the fastest lizards in the Americas, running up to 34 kilometers per hour. They're omnivorous, tougher in character, and can reach about 1.3 meters in length, living 8 to 15 years. Many locals treat them like wild backyard animals, always wandering around homes and gardens in search of food. Then we came across a snake resting quietly on a tree branch, luckily completely unbothered by the camera. The next stop was a fantastic attraction, a suspension bridge hanging over a pond full of turtles. But my husband, who loves teasing his mom, texted her that we almost fell into the water, where alligators were waiting. I just hope that when Alex grows up, he won't send me messages like that for fun. On Roatan, you can see two kinds of macaws, the green military macaw and the red scarlet macaw. The scarlet macaw is the national bird of Honduras. At about 90 centimeters long, it can reach a wingspan of up to 1.2 meters and weighs around 1 kilogram. Scarlet macaws form lifelong pairs and can live around 50 years in the wild and over 70 years under human care. The green military macaw, on the other hand, is more shy and slightly smaller. Its name comes from its olive green coloring, which resembles a military uniform. Military macaws live about 40 years in the wild and up to 60 years with human care, and they're known as excellent flyers capable of traveling long distances. On Roatan, we also met the playful monkeys everyone called cappuccino, but they're actually white-faced capuchins. They're one of the most intelligent monkeys in Central America. Curious, social, and incredibly quick. Capuchins grow to about 35-45 centimeters, with a long tail almost as long as their body and weigh around 2 to 4 kilos. They're completely omnivorous, eating fruits, insects, seeds, eggs, and even small lizards. In the wild, they live around 15 to 25 years, and under human care, they can reach 35 to 40. After our exciting encounter with the monkeys, we headed into a cave to hear the story of the island. Roatan was originally home to the Paya people. Honduras later named its currency Lempira, after one of their legendary leaders who resisted the Spanish. In the 16th century, the Spanish arrived, but they never settled the island permanently. Roatan soon became a hidden refuge for English and French pirates, and later a place for British settlers and private colonists. For a time, the Bay Islands were even under British control, before eventually being returned to Honduras in the 19th century, becoming part of the newly independent nation. Still excited from everything we experienced at Gumbalimba Park, we got back into the car to relax for a moment, talk about our impressions, and slowly head toward the port, thinking the adventure was basically over. But it wasn't. On the way, we saw a telecommunication cable that had fallen across the road and completely stopped traffic. One of the passing trucks had snagged it, and at one point the cable even dropped right onto our roof. With the sunroof open, it definitely made an impression on us. We arranged to meet Hector at a gas station, where we got to test the local fueling system. An attendant helps you pump the gas, cleans your windshield, and even takes the payment. And yes, a small tip is always appreciated. Since we arrived too early, we decided to look around the BIP gas station, and it turned out to be very similar to those in Europe. A wide selection of cold drinks, snacks, hot food, and surprisingly good coffee. We happened to walk in during a match between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. It was all in Spanish, so the only thing we really understood was when they said Lewandowski. Still, it was fun to sit with the locals, drink a coffee, and relax before boarding the ship and heading to our next country. Hector dropped us right at the entrance to the cruise terminal, where we said goodbye to him and to Roatan, and in great spirits we made our way back onto the ship. We hope you enjoyed spending the day with us. Let us know in the comments if you've ever tried or would like to try ziplining, and maybe share places where it's really worth doing it. For now, we're sailing toward Costa Rica. See you there.
Tripelers, like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to support us and see more quick travel reviews.